No commercials.
Biggs Golf Talk and BGT-TV is presented by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a national qualifier in your area. Visit usgolfchallenge.com to find a national qualifier in your area. BGT also sponsored in part by Tour Edge Golf. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. Golf's most solid investment. Encore Golf, Photo Ball Marker, The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, Proof, Not Promise, UFO Tour Golf, GolfKnickers.com, and Caddy Daddy, The Claw Glove. Connect with Biggs Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Biggs Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices.
Our website is biggsgolftalk.net or .com. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And we are coming up. Where is she? There she is. Amanda, the Golf Diva Censor, joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk. Good morning, boys and girls, and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Amanda,
Happy New Year to you out there. If you're listening,
come closer to the screen, please.
Can I?
Yeah, you get closer to your screen. No, I don't want to look at your eyes. I want you to put your head down. Put your head down.
He wants to see the hat.
What is that? CPT fit? What does that mean?
So, Claire Thomas is a fitness gal that I follow on social media, and she's awesome. She's an ex-college athlete who had some identity issues because she was like so involved in being an athlete. So she wanted to get away from that and do a healthier version. She's ripped. She has like a 10-pack. It's a joke. But she lives in a van with her boyfriend. They bought this when I say van, it's it's like a Mercedes, beautiful van. Yeah. Renovated with a kitchen and everything. And they travel and they do fitness. But yeah, so Claire Thomas.
I like that. I like the hat. I like it. It's a very nice hat. You thought I wanted to look at your eyeballs. Come on, man. Back up, woman. Back up. Back up. So how has everybody been, man?
I'll tell you what, everything here in New Mexico is going pretty good. Holidays are pretty good, but Amanda, we understand that you are under the weather a little bit. You are a statistic now. You and your husband are a statistic.
Yes.
You guys represent as a purple crayon as well?
Yes, I identify as a blue llama. I
like the color blue.
All of the Christmas decor is down except the trees pretty much stripped of all of its decor, but I saw
it naked back there.
It's pretty naked,
cover on it.
But it is nice. So we had a lot of things planned, of course, through the couple weeks that Craig's off from work, and I thought I had a sinus infection and tested negative twice. Wow. And then by the fourth day, I was like, hey, like this, I'm going to test again. And then I was positive. So I got it worse than Craig. Craig did get it, but he was a little better off than I was. But overall, I mean, it was more of, it's the flu. I mean, that's what it is. It was, I had fever.
A hybrid flu.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, I get it. It's very real, but that's what it's going to be for the rest of our lives. I
believe so. I think it's the new flu. That's why when they say, "Do you want a flu shot?" I was like, "What's the flu?"
Yeah.
Well, there was an article by ABC News about how the flu took the year off, but it's reared its head again, and I'm like,
"Well, you know what it is.
They just called it something different."
They called it something else.
What are we at right now? Voltron. We're at the
Omicron.
Voltron, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Voltron. Voltron, that's the younger sister to Voltron. Right now.
Omicron is the younger sister to Voltron.
We have, I don't know if they have it out where you guys are at, but they go the alphabet in Florida for all these storms, right?
Yeah, for the hurricanes and
then when we get the year before last, we went through the whole entire alphabet. And then we hit Greek. So right now we're in Omicron. I think Voltron is next, and then we're just going to keep going on to Megatron and everybody else's Tron.
I can't deal with that.
It's like every time you turn around, it's a different variant. It's a different this. We're going to have to do this. You don't have to wear a mask. No, you should wear a mask. Even if you don't get inoculated, you have to have a mask. Maybe we won't wear a mask, but if you have a shot, you can still get it. If you get a booster,
I thought at first they were going to try to go through all the military alphabet. They went to Delta. Yeah. I thought they're going to go to Nora, and all that stuff. But
it's Nancy. It's not Nora.
Is it Nancy?
Nancy. Yeah.
Nancy's
more popular than Nora.
I just think that, I mean, at the end of the day, it is real, but it's also, it's one of those things that like it's. We've always had a flu. We've always had a bad cold season.
Now, were you vaccinated before you got it or no?
No.
I don't know. Can you ask that? Okay, you shared it. Too late.
I don't mind telling, but no. So I was not vaccinated, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's on me if we taking that risk.
Yeah. No judgment here.
No, but I think as far as the way I felt during it, I felt just like I had 5 years ago when I got the flu. And I mean, it was, it knocked me on my butt. Like I didn't feel good. I think Bill called me just to see how the holidays were and to talk about recording. And I was definitely, and then it did turn into more of like the head cold as it does after the first couple days of you feeling just the only thing different I would say is normally, even with the flu, you're sick for the week and you're like, okay, I'm finally feeling better. I had about 4 days after that full week of where I would stand up to do something and I would need to sit back down. I just didn't have the energy. And I don't know that I've had that.
I think that's the most common symptom of
fatigue.
COVID was fatigue.
It was, and it was weird. So
because people suffer different symptoms and different things when they get this thing. I've heard so many different. I've only had it, but the most common is the fatigue part.
Really tired, and it was weird too because Craig really didn't have. I mean, he had like 2 days where he was like down, and but he was like, "Hey, let's go for a walk to keep our lungs clear." And they say to
fresh
walk,
air,
fresh air.
Just to make sure, make sure that it's not gonna go into your lungs. And so I mean, I'm a fairly fit person and I don't mind being outdoors. And it was like pulling teeth to get me to go on a walk because I was so like, I can't. And so we would do it. We would do 1 to 2 miles a day. And then I would come back in and instantly have to like sit down and lay down.
Yeah.
So, but it finally, that's a scary thing when you
it probably went through a lot of liquids too.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to get better? I can't live like this. And it did. And now I'm back to the gym and feeling good.
Back to your normal life, which is good.
Well,
that's an iron.
There you go.
Last week, I actually went and got my 3rd shot, which is the booster.
I know. I read about it on Facebook, even though I don't go on Facebook. I don't post anymore on Facebook or anything like that. Because I'm not into looking anymore. I very rarely look on it, but when I'll get a notification, Big John posted, and then I got boo-boo, my arm hurts, I feel like I can't move, mama. And we're like, oh, I hope you feel better.
No, I mean, I'll tell you that it
hurts.
It took out my shoulder, and for 2 days I was sore, but then even on that second day, I started getting sick.
Yeah.
I started nasal, was all messed up, and
those shots.
Shane even said, she goes, sounds like you're sick again, sick, and I'm like, Yeah, I had mild sickness. It wasn't nothing.
I think that's what's going to, I mean, they're putting some of that, if I'm not wrong, I mean, I think they're putting some of that shit in, excuse me. They're putting some of that poop inside of your system.
Crap.
You know what I mean? That crap. They're putting that crap inside you.
It is. Well, that's what the vaccine and the boosters are.
So, but even with the flu shot,
man-made immunity.
Yeah. Well, the flu shot, every time in the past, when I used to take the flu shot, before I got tired of getting sick from the flu shot, and now I've never caught the flu since I stopped taking the flu shot. But when I got the flu shot, I would be sick for 3 days.
I was too.
Right.
And mine was like a week.
Right. And I'm like, why take a shot that's going to make me sick to prevent me from getting sick? And I was like, I'm not taking it.
I never took the flu shot for a simple reason, because once I took the flu shot, I had to take time off of work.
Same. I took the flu shot one time in college because they were offering it for free. And I was like, I'll do my part.
Yep.
Never again. And that was before I really did my research on how I felt about things. And, but man, I'll
say this, for some reason, the flu shot didn't hurt my arm. Thing, it feels like they shoot it in your muscle.
They hit you in the intramuscular. Yeah. That's what they do.
And it's just like, and my arm was swollen too.
But you guys, I think, because my parents have the TB shot.
Right.
And it left a
little scar,
almost an indention in your arm.
I have it, but I don't think it was a TB. It's what the it was. I don't know if it was the what the hell? I think it was the smallpox.
Smallpox.
That they gave, and actually deformed everybody's arm.
Yeah, it literally left a circle, like an imprint circle. But that's the thing. Unfortunately, nobody knows the right answer.
We don't know what the effects
are.
And
that's where it just comes to personal choice and what you want to do. But
if you're unhealthy and you have an underlying condition, and you have, we know people that have had the diabetes, that have had these heart conditions.
Yeah.
If you have the underlying condition,
if you have a respiratory issue, you need to
talk to your doctor. You need the shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Avoid it. We've lost people that had these underlying conditions, did nothing.
They're linking, the underlying issues is like a list this long.
It keeps growing now. Yeah.
And, unfortunately, we don't live in a world that is sitting promoting health and wellness and fitness and vitamins and let's promote the healthy side so these people don't have to take a shot.
Even when you have news stories, like here. So marijuana has gone legal in New Mexico, right?
Okay.
And news stories will have a whole segment about how marijuana is opening up here in New Mexico. Have you ever seen a news outlet cover vitamins or cover anything?
Wait a minute. Weed's not a vitamin? I thought it was.
Wait a minute.
Don't they make gummies out of that thing?
That's weird.
That's a vitamin, bro. You wrong. You just gave wrong information. You're a fake news guy.
You are fake news.
They make gummies.
But it is.
Well, here's the thing though. So marijuana, THC, is illegal in a lot of professions.
Oh yeah.
So while it might be legal in your state, it's illegal corporate wise in many professions. Including professional sports.
Go get your card.
You can lose your job over it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do you think if I take a vitamin E pill or a vitamin D pill that I'm going to get fired from my job?
Absolutely not. No. I'm going to give you an award for taking vitamins.
Ice cream?
I will say I've taken for a long time, I grew up in a family that you go every 6 months, every year and get a vitamin panel check and and all of that. But I will say it's amazing how many people are deficient in a lot of those key vitamins, like vitamin D, B12. Those are so low that your immune system struggles because it's just not. And people say, well, I'm out in the sun and vitamin D. I'm a prime example. I have a condition where I have high iron. It does not let me absorb vitamin D through the sun. I'm a professional golfer. I'm out in the sun all the time. And my vitamin D was so incredibly low. And so I take a pill for it. But I don't know. Just be healthy. Do your research, guys.
Do your research.
You know what amazes me? I know we gotta, move on here, but you know what amazes me is every time I go to the doctor and I get my blood pressure checked, every single time they're like, wait a minute, I have to do this again. They literally take my blood pressure 3 times, and all 3 times it comes up the same. Like, how in the hell do you have blood pressure of a baby?
Yeah, you have low. So I'm really low too, where she always asks me, are you feeling okay? Like, are you? That's so funny. I'm low.
And I'm considered obese. So having a blood pressure of a baby, they're like amazed by it that my blood pressure is not going off the charts.
Yeah, mine yesterday was 110/71.
Yeah, that's really good.
Some odd, and she's like, "That's really good."
Yeah.
No, it's good.
I was like, "Well, when you taking all the medication to keep it low, it's going to stay low."
Well, that's my top number is always in the 90s, and they're like,
"Oh wow."
They're like, are you because
we want it closer to 120.
Yeah, and so, but it's always been that way. And normally, when you're sick, your blood pressure spikes because your white blood cell count and all of that. But there's an infection in the body, but it never does. And I go in. So when I was sick and I went in and thought I had a sinus infection, they took my blood pressure, and she's like, I'm going to do it again. And I'm like, and my bottom number is like 65. I mean, it's crazy, but.
All right. We need to move into our next break. And what a great segue into our On Par with Amanda. How about Bryson DeChambeau? Does Bryson DeChambeau have high blood pressure? Is Bryson DeChambeau on steroids? We have all the answers coming up right after the break here on Big's Golf Talk.